What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I'm here for another video, and Mia has done an interview, and she inadvertently let some things slip that I think that we got to talk about. So, like the video as my intro plays, and we will get right into it. And y'all like my Mardi Gras mask? Y'all know I'm from Louisiana, so Mardi Gras is like a big thing. Like the video.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
She lied, and I should have known better when I seen her hair.
I got to feel.
That's still funny to me. Okay, guys. So this is going to be one of those interviews that I can never get. So shout out to Reality Chat on Instagram for the clip. And shout out to Danny Canada for actually getting the interview. She works with Bossip. Definitely check her out. She's keeping her ear to the streets. But let's get into it. So I'm going to show you guys the clip. And we're going to get into my thoughts. Because to me, this is Mia slipping up and, you know, exposing some things.
Another thing I want to talk about is Candiace. Now, this season, you guys seem to be in a better place. And one thing I really appreciated is that on Watch What Happens Live, you said you regretted saying that Chris Bassett was staring at you. So that was genuinely like a mix-up on your end.
No, a lie.
And you feel like, because you did say that you felt self-conscious because you had lost some weight.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with the context, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was definitely. So once I realized, I'm watching this with you guys, right? And once I realized, I'm like, okay, wait. That's now how when in the moment, I'm like, we're not doing that. Like, I like Chris. I'm not coming for their marriage. I will not.
You like him the way you like Wendy's husband? That was a question, not an allegation. That was a question, not an allegation.
Not stand for it. Okay. And so I did make a few phone calls and I was like, yeah, this is not y'all. You have one that's.
I did make a few phone calls.
Really ready to do this. I'm not doing it.
You have one that's really ready to do this. I'm not doing it. Right there. Is Mia throwing the producers and Gizelle under the bus? Because that's what I'm hearing. We all know that Gizelle is a ghost producer. She's a shadow producer. She's producing the show as a cast member, but doesn't actually have the credit for it. Mia slipped that out, and I think that she caught herself towards the end. She made a few phone calls. Were those phone calls to the producers of the show and Gizelle? Because we all know that it was a concerted effort to take out Candiace and Chris. Ashley was in it. Gizelle was in it. Robin was not in it. Deborah threw herself in it. And Ashley was definitely in it. The initial plot was Chris made me feel uncomfortable. Then Chris, that was from Gizelle. The next part was going to be Ashley. He DM'd me late at night. And when that didn't work, then we had Deborah. And he was getting cozy and glazed up against my friend Deborah. The pretty young thing, as she describes herself. And then Mia threw herself in that, right? Because Mia was the wild card. But now we know she's telling them, leave it to the rest of the girls. I'm not going to do it, which means that there was a conversation, you guys. Let's continue on.
And I also talked to Candiace about it. I said, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry that I interjected. And yeah, I do feel like he was looking at me, right? But it was not sexual. And I said that
now
with my dinner with Robin. They left it out. But if you notice, they pulled it back in when we went to the winery. Because I said, no, you guys, you have got.
Now she's talking about the producers of the show. I don't know if she's supposed to do these type of things. In an interview, I don't think you're supposed to throw your producers under the bus or blame it on editing.
To say it was not sexual. There's a different text to that. He was staring because I looked like, to me, I felt like I looked really sick.
Shout out. I give me a hard time, but she looks very pretty in this interview to me.
I lost so much weight and I was on medication and had me, that caused me to lose weight. I was very pale. I hadn't, it was just like a lot.
Completely different context than her saying at a moment while everybody is saying that this man is a creeper and me tooing him. Oh, he looked at me too. He was staring me down at this event. Very different than, oh, I'm pale and, I'm not feeling well and I was self-conscious.
Going on. I'm like, I felt like everybody was staring. With my
Ashley's friend Deborah came up with that thing about Chris was staring at her and kind of trying to holler, and then Happy Eddie was there. And one thing I liked about this episode was that you came out and you basically said, Deborah's a nice girl, but she's about a 4. Candiace and Wendy are like 8.5. You could have been really shady there and threw some shade their way. Why did you feel the need to be like, well, let's just be real about this?
Because I'm always real about things. And that's one thing that I am going to stay true. I'm going to be real about how I feel about things at every given moment, whether people are going to like it or not.
I'm going to leave that at that because, people don't like the girl being called Sesame Street. Now, let me get to where we're going to talk about the plotting of it all and how it really involves like the Robins and the Gizelles being shadow producers. So some of you might have seen this, some of you may not have, but Candiace exposed it. And it's one of the things that I've been saying for the last few years as to why Candiace she was going to be the target eventually. She exposed them for plotting against Monique. So we're going to watch a little bit of this where she actually tells you how the storylines come about. And we're not talking about just from the producers. We're talking about Robin and Gizelle.
This is new information. Monique claims y'all plotted against her at Andy's baby shower. So there was a conversation about Monique not at the shower, but after the shower. We were eating somewhere. And there were several.
That same baby shower where Robin and Gizelle had to share a bed because they didn't want to get 2 bedrooms. They didn't want to get 2 different hotel rooms, or even, I guess, a hotel room that could have given them 2 queen beds.
There were a couple of people there with me.
She won't name
several
them,
people there
except for
me.
Robin, which lets you know Gizelle was there.
There was a conversation about someone plotting to spread a rumor that Chase was not Chris's baby. That conversation happened. I was there for it.
That person was going to be Gigi, and then Gizelle was going to spread it. Gigi, Monique's friend, who originally came on the show with her as her sidekick.
Never contributed to the plotation of the conversation. Ever. As a matter of fact, I said that would never fly and it should be dropped. I know that I also said that Monique talks a lot, and Robin said to me, oh, you talking about your friend? I was like, yes, but she's not here to defend herself. So let's not talk about her. And there were other things said, other kind of plotty things that were said. And
so for context, Candiace was doing this to defend herself actually against Monique. Candiace was trying to say that she told Monique about this plot because they were such close friends and she had her back. She didn't even realize that the collateral damage in her doing this was Robin and Gizelle, who were the other people that she refused to name. But those are the people at the dinner with her. And those are the people working on a plot to take Monique down that year. So this is all pretty crazy, guys. Let me know in the comments where you stand with this. do you feel like Mia was just trying to clear the air with Candiace? Do you feel Mia was really throwing Gizelle and the producers under the bus? Where do you stand with that? And if you had not seen this footage from Candiace, does it give context to what I've been saying over the last few years about how they sit and they plot to take down one cast member every year? And does it make sense now that Candiace, that she revealed that it's her go round, her and her husband? It's time to take you down, Candiace. Watch out. They do not have your back. I'll be back live hopefully tonight. We have like a whole conversation to have about so many desperate people. So I will see you guys later. Definitely like the video, comment. I read the comments, and I will see you guys hopefully tonight.